Hello, how are you, entrepreneur community? We're right now here with a very experienced investor from the US. His name is John Tullis. He has plenty of experience making investments in the healthcare sector and life sciences. And we wanted to ask him just a couple of questions of what's his experience with the Mexican community and how he views the Mexican ecosystem. Are you seeing something different, like the ecosystem growing?
Yes, certainly. We're seeing quite a bit of growth, and I think that our impression, even at this event today, watching the community that's coming together, it's a material difference in recent years, and I think it will benefit the overall funding community and the opportunities for entrepreneurs to leverage better practices, better sources of capital. It's one of the reasons why our interest is increasing in being more involved in Mexico. We've been expanding our investment space internationally over the last 5 or 6 years, because our area, which is healthcare, is becoming global, and the products and services are being innovated from around the world and also distributed around the world. So one of the criteria for us as investors is to make sure that the local environment is healthy.
We see a lot of cases in the US where international entrepreneurs and companies go knock on your doors in the US. Well, sometimes the Mexican entrepreneur is not seen doing that in the US. In your experience, do you see that as a factor to invest abroad? Like, do you want the investors coming to you to the US and pitch you their idea, or will you be looking now in this new world to start exploring ideas outside?
There was a wonderful point earlier in one of the panels today about the importance of having network. And I know that in our experience, many of the good deals that have come through where we've made investments are the product of existing relationships or new relationships. I think these events are very important, but I also think having established relationships and partners who can help bring deals is probably the most important. Of course, if there's an entrepreneur who's enthusiastic and has the time to come to the US to meet with us, we'll welcome them. But I think that probably they don't have to do that so much. If they can work through Mexico Ventures or different partners and different organizations here in Mexico.
Well, do you have any particular advice to the Mexican entrepreneur community?
I think that an openness to partnerships, and also on the funding side, looking for increasingly finding syndicate opportunities where you have multiple investors that are professional. Okay. One of the things that I've noticed working around the world in countries, in China for many years, in Europe, where we see the venture community growing quickly, one of the biggest changes is when multiple professional investors can participate together in a deal, because the strength expands across a broader network.
Absolutely.
And the assurance that those companies can get what they need to succeed improves more and more. So I think that probably from our viewpoint, the network of everyone communicating is important, but for investors to come together and participate jointly in deals, I see that as probably in healthcare anyway, one of the biggest potential growth areas and strengthening points for the community.
Well, thank you very much. I mean, I think this has been two very illustrative 2 minutes with you interviewing, and we hope you come back to Mexico more often and find some very interesting investment opportunities.
A pleasure. Thank you for having me, and we're very excited about being active in Mexico.
Oh, thank you for everything.
Great.